Hey, welcome to the Flowers Run the World with Sigma Alpha Ag in the Classroom lesson. This is the 3rd grade through 5th grade lesson. To begin, we're going to talk about the parts of a flower. We're anticipating that they already know what the parts are, as we are teaching that in our kindergarten through 2nd grade lesson. But just in case they don't know, you'll go over that briefly so you can ask them what they think they are, and then all 5 parts will pop up. Then you'll go into what each part does. So the roots provide support, the stem transports nutrients, and you can compare this to kind of like an interstate system, how cars transports goods and people. And then you'll have the leaves. So leaves collect sunlight and they also act as solar panels. And then finally, petals attract pollinators like bees, and you can also ask them if they can name any other pollinators. Then the seeds, so seeds produce new flowers, but they also produce fruits. We're going to play a little game. So the image in the upper right, the flower will pop up, and then you'll have 3 options at the bottom. You'll ask them to raise their hand and ask them who thinks the peach is produced by the flower. And then you'll do the same thing for the apple and the pumpkin, and then once everybody's done raised their hand and guessed, the right answer will pop up. So this flower produces apples, and there's 3 slides worth of this game, and so then you'll just ask the same thing. So who thinks the strawberry is produced by this flower? Who thinks the peach, and who thinks the pumpkin? Have them raise their hand, and then once they're all done, the correct answer will pop up. And you'll do the same thing for this slide. Now we're going to get into the photosynthesis part. So flowers need food to grow just like we do. Plant food is called glucose. So you can ask them what they think plant food is called before you reveal the answer. Then we'll go into the definition of photosynthesis. So first you can ask who's heard the word photosynthesis, and then they have this little fill in the blank section. So the 3 answers are on the bottom. The process in which flowers collect sunlight to produce their own food. The word bank is helpful so that they have a little bit of some words they can guess from. And then what do flowers need to make food? So photosynthesis needs 3 things in order to make plant food. Can anybody raise their hand and tell me what one thing is that photosynthesis needs? And you can ask 3 different students, so there'll be sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. And then we'll go into carbon dioxide. So we reduce CO2 just by breathing. Flowers and plants breathe in carbon dioxide, and we breathe out oxygen for us to use. And then where does photosynthesis happen? So it happens in the leaves of plants, as leaves act just like solar panels. They absorb the sunlight that is then turned into energy for plants to grow. Next, this diagram on the right is really nice. So as you're presenting the slide, use the diagram on the right to kind of show them where everything is happening. So plants absorb sunlight and carbon dioxide through their leaves. They also absorb water from the soil, so you can show where all 3 of those things are happening on the diagram. And then these 3 ingredients are turned into plant food, are also called glucose, and you can show that. And finally, oxygen is released into the air. Now we'll get into our activity. So we're making pasta sunflowers. So first they'll glue the stem onto the blue piece of paper. Then they'll glue their pasta petals around in a circle formation, or really however they want to do it. We're not picky. And then finally they'll glue their sunflower seeds in the middle. Once they are done gluing all of the parts of their flower, have them label not only the plant parts, but also see if they can label the carbon dioxide diagram. If you have to, you can go back to this slide so that way they can see it. If they can just label carbon dioxide, sunlight, water, oxygen, that'll be good enough. If they can label the glucose and sugar, that's even better, but no pressure. That's only if you have time to do that at the very end. This is the last slide that you'll be presenting. This very last slide is for the teachers, which is additional eye in the classroom resources. But once you get here, you're all finished. The lesson itself should only take about 15 to 20 minutes, and then the remaining time that you have will be used for the activity. So just make sure that the beginning half, the parts of the flower, goes a little bit quicker, so you have more time to do the activity and go through the in-depth photosynthesis parts. That's all I have. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to myself or anybody on the service committee. Thank you.